Motocross is an extreme and highly physical form of motorcycle racing, demanding not just speed and endurance, but also a unique ability to navigate terrain that includes some of the most insane jumps in motorsport. Unlike freestyle motocross, where jumps are built specifically for aerial tricks and performances, motocross jumps occur naturally within the layout of outdoor and stadium courses, requiring riders to clear massive distances while maintaining control and competitive racing lines. These jumps are not for show. They are integral parts of the race, often determining the outcome of a moto and demanding perfect timing, throttle control, and mental fortitude. The scale, speed, and risk associated with motocross jumps make them some of the most thrilling and terrifying moments in racing. In stadium-style Supercross racing, motocross jumps become even more intense due to the confined nature of the track and the added pressure of indoor competition. The Supercross triple jump, often measuring up to 70 feet from takeoff to landing, is one of the most critical obstacles on the track. Riders must clear all three mounds in one fluid motion, typically on the second or third lap of a race, when the field is still crowded and chaotic. Misjudging a triple can result in a hard impact known as casing, where the bike lands on the top of the second mound, leading to mechanical damage or injury. The rhythm sections in Supercross, which feature a combination of small and medium-sized jumps in succession, allow for multiple line choices, including double, triple, and even quad combinations that can drastically affect lap times and race positions. Supercross also introduces the concept of whoop sections, where riders have the choice to either skim across the tops at high speed or jump through them in sequences. While not traditionally thought of as jumps, whoop sections force riders to make constant split-second decisions about whether to launch over multiple whoops or maintain speed by skimming. These sections often lead to some of the most dramatic moments in racing, as a rider who times a jump perfectly can pass several competitors in one burst. The unpredictability of motocross jumps is further amplified by changing weather and track conditions. In muddy or rainy conditions, the takeoff and landing ramps can become slick, reducing traction and changing how a jump behaves from lap to lap. Dry and dusty conditions can harden landings, increasing impact on both rider and machine. Throughout a race day, jumps evolve due to the wear and tear from hundreds of passes, forming ruts on takeoffs and landings that can either guide a rider smoothly or pitch them off balance if hit incorrectly. These factors make motocross one of the most technically demanding forms of motorcycle racing, where each jump is not only a physical challenge, but a constantly changing puzzle. High-speed flyaway jumps are another element that make motocross racing so intense. These jumps occur at the end of long straights or downhill sections, where riders are in fourth or fifth gear and essentially launch off small rises or bumps that aren't purpose-built as jumps. The result is riders flying over 100 feet through the air at high speeds without the kind of preparation or setup typically available for larger, sculpted jumps. These are often the most dangerous moments in motocross racing because the takeoff is not always clean and the landing is unpredictable. Riders must have an intimate understanding of the track and an instinct for throttle control, body position, and mid-air corrections. The mental component of motocross jumping cannot be overstated. Riders must commit 100% to a jump, knowing that hesitation can lead to disastrous outcomes. In a competitive race environment, they also must process decisions in real time, whether to go for a risky jump to pass a competitor or play it safe and avoid injury. Unlike in freestyle motocross, where a rider has a clean run and time to prepare, motocross racers hit these massive jumps with multiple bikes around them, unpredictable lines, and the constant push of the race clock. Amateur riders and up-and-coming professionals face these challenges too, often at local and regional races with jumps that, while less publicized, are no less intense. Tracks like Loretta Lynn's Ranch in Tennessee, which hosts the biggest amateur motocross race in the U.S., feature large jumps that test the limits of younger and less experienced riders. These races are breeding grounds for the next generation of motocross stars, and the ability to master big jumps under pressure is often what separates top prospects from the pack. In Europe, motocross courses that host MXGP events present their own set of insane jumps. Tracks like Lommel in Belgium and Matterley Basin in the UK feature jumps that combine elevation changes, deep ruts, and unpredictable soil conditions. European riders must be equally adept at launching over massive tabletops in wet, slick mud, or jumping into deep sand sections that grab tires and test balance. The evolution of bike technology has allowed motocross jumps to become even more extreme over the years. Suspension systems have advanced to the point where modern motocross bikes can handle landings that would have destroyed machines from earlier decades. Four-stroke engines provide more consistent power for launching out of corners and hitting jumps with precision. Yet despite technological advances, the risk remains high. The margin for error on a motocross jump is razor thin, and even the best riders in the world occasionally misjudge a landing or lose balance in midair. Training for motocross jumps involves more than just repetition. Riders often work with trainers to develop body position techniques, core strength, and flexibility to handle the demands of landing and absorbing impact. Video analysis is used to fine-tune approach angles, throttle input, and bike position in the air. Many top riders practice on private tracks with replica jumps from pro circuits, preparing their bodies and minds for the real thing. The culture around motocross jumps has become a major part of the sport's identity. Fans pack hillsides and grandstands at races specifically to watch riders clear massive jumps. Photographers capture iconic images of bikes suspended mid-air, roost flying, and engines screaming. Online clips of perfect launches or brutal crashes circulate widely, drawing attention to the sheer spectacle of motocross racing. Ultimately, motocross jumps are the sport's most defining feature. They embody the courage, control, and chaos that make motocross so addictive to watch and thrilling to ride. From the towering sky shot to the punishing Glen Helen descents, from slick Supercross triples to natural flyaways, every motocross jump is a moment of risk and reward. For the rider, it's a test of mastery. For the fan, it's a moment that takes your breath away. And for the sport, it's what separates motocross from every other form of racing on two wheels.